So we have two guests here that have been at bootcamp for a week, and they are Sam and Sarah, and they've completed a day in the life bootcamp experience where they've come and joined us, and we've documented and recorded their experience. And they're just at the end of their week now. They've just got a way out tomorrow, and we're just going to catch up with them and see how the week's gone. First of all, I'd like you to introduce yourself. So over to you, Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam. I thought I'd come to bootcamp because I found I was very low on my motivation. I really wanted to sort my food out because I've had a lot of intolerances and a lot of just constipation forever. So I really, really wanted to sort my food out. And I also thought it'd be a bit of a break from all the stuff that goes on at home with kids and husbands and just not having enough space.
Where are you from, Sam?
I'm from York.
Okay, cool.
Not originally, though.
Right.
I've only been there 30 years, so they don't accept me.
You haven't got the accent yet, have you?
No.
Okay, over to Sarah. Just tell us where you're from and a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm from Manchester originally, but I live in Oxfordshire. I came to bootcamp because I wanted to go to the gym and not be scared of going to the gym like most people are of a bigger size, and I've really enjoyed it.
So what would you say your exercise habits were like before you came, Sam?
My exercise habits were okay, but I needed to go to classes all the time because if I didn't have someone shouting at me, I wouldn't do it. I would just sit on the bike with my phone and just go do as little as possible, really. So I did go quite often, but I didn't often do that much.
Right. What about your nutrition side of it? You just touched on it briefly.
It was reasonable, although lots of people in the house who go for chocolate and go for crisps and go for takeaways and all that kind of thing. So it's very, very hard to stick to.
So do you find that when you've got home from work and you're tired, you succumb to what the rest of the family are eating? Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. And also at work, I have no choice what I'm eating. It's just provided, and that's what we get.
Because do you mind sharing what you do?
No, I'm a forensic psychiatric nurse.
So that's testing and stressful.
Testing, demanding, stressful,
And you work shifts?
Yeah, 12-hour shifts.
Right, and they will go through the night as well, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's always a challenge, isn't it, to get the eating right?
Absolutely.
Right, over to you, Sarah. Tell us a little bit about yourself in terms of your training and your nutrition, what it was like.
It's got better recently. It's better than it has been anyway. In the past, we would eat takeaways. We live 2 minutes away from a McDonald's, so it's really easy to just pass that on the way home from work. I exercise about twice, sometimes 3 times a week, but I go to classes that are really easy and then moan about them afterwards. So I really needed to do something to be braver.
Yeah.
So
come on, tell me what the classes are. Is it Zumba?
No, it's even worse. I used to go Aquafit with the over 50s.
Oh my God. That pains my soul. I used to teach aqua.
I love it. It's brilliant. The dramas that happen in that pool is fantastic.
You should have got another 50 years before you should end up in that class. What's going on?
Hey, it's all about keeping mobile, isn't it? You know it's going to be great when you first turn up and they go, has anyone got any injuries? And everyone puts their hands up.
Yeah. Right, so going back to Sam then, what were your thoughts arriving at bootcamp and how did you feel when you walked through the door?
I was really scared.
Were you?
Firstly, I was really scared because I can do a half-an-hour session at the gym and it can whack me out for 3 days. Yeah. So I was so scared I wasn't going to be able to make it through the week. But also I was really scared about meeting so many people because I just thought, well, I lived with 150 women when I did my nurse training. It was hell. Right. And I just thought it's going to be mainly women, and women as a group can be awful. Mm-hmm. And I was just really, really scared about meeting so many people.
Yeah.
But they were amazing. All of them were amazing.
Really good, supportive group, wasn't it?
Very supportive group, yeah, brilliant. No one judges or anything, it's brilliant.
Yeah. And what were you thinking, Sarah, when you were rocking up? You kind of probably got an idea of what you were coming to because you obviously one of the trainers.
Yeah, so I had a rough idea, but he's quite mean. And the thought of going through sessions that I've done with him in the past and going through that relentlessly was terrifying. That honestly, the anxiety was sky high.
Yeah.
I was scared. I didn't want to be injured. I didn't want to fail.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think everybody's scared. They must be. They must be, to turn up there and not, it's the unknown as well. And even if you've been before, it must be scary. But like Sam said, you meet people there and it's been a really good bunch. There's been some amazing people. There really has. And everyone's got a story. Everyone's different. And there's people from all walks of life.
I said to you on Saturday morning that it's you guys that get each other through.
Definitely.
Would you agree with that now?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We've been playing games most nights and Sam's brutal.
Oh, yeah.
Just a
A
little.
bit competitive. Yeah. So first session, let's go to you, Sarah. After the first green PT.
It was horrible.
Were you thinking, there's no way I can do a week of this?
It was, first of all, being shouted at.
Yeah.
By people, and I was like, why am I doing this? Like, I don't want to be shouted at. And the urge to shout back at you was a lot.
Yeah.
And I had to hold it in. But I think once you get through the first one, it's not that bad. And I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't end on Saturday sad or annoyed or upset. I was happy.
Proud of yourself?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I thought I'd leave on Sunday, so I've done really well. I locked my car really far away so that no one could get it. So I couldn't get back to it.
What about yourself, Sam?
I was exhausted after Saturday.
Yeah.
Properly exhausted. And I just thought, if every day's like that, I'm not sure I can make it to the end of the week. But, we did a lot and it was a really good achievement.
That rest day on the Sunday is key, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Just gives you a chance to regroup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the walks are really good.
The walks are lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. And, you just get a chance to have real good conversations with people on the walk, don't you? As you've experienced. And the scenery's lovely. It kind of takes your mind off how sore your legs might be, or, the fact that, Monday's going to be hard again. So you've got that coming. And then obviously Tuesday, another recovery day. Before you know it, it's Wednesday. And then you've got your challenge day, which you've completed today.
Yeah.
So what aspects of camp do you think you've struggled with the most?
Obviously the fitness side, the constant, I know there's breaks, but it feels like it's never ending. However, when it gets to the end, you're like, it wasn't that hard. The sleeping arrangements.
Yeah.
And that's about it, really. I don't think there's been anything that's stood out that I've not enjoyed.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that hike up the mountain the other day, though. That was a bit hard.
What was that, Tuesday? Because it was raining as well.
Yeah, my legs didn't want to work. They'd had enough by then.
Tuesday was a washout, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But you still went out and you still trained in the rain and it was pouring down.
Yeah.
Do you think you get a sense of pride also when you do go out in them conditions and you realise actually it doesn't need to be sunny and nice and you don't need to be inside?
I think it was fun. It was better. I enjoyed it more because everyone was laughing.
Yeah.
Because there's not many times you'll be there on the floor with 30 other people with the rain hammering your face and you can't see what you're actually doing and you just lay there doing bicycle. Yeah, it was just crazy and everyone was laughing.
They were. Yeah.
Everyone.
It's amazing, isn't it? So you kind of just surrender yourself to the elements and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to die. I've overcome this. Let's just make the most of it.
Yeah. I'm going to get wet. I'm going to get muddy. I'm going to get...
And that is part of the experience of boot camp, isn't it?
Yeah.
So is there any elements that you really struggled with?
I thought I was going to struggle with being around so many people all the time and just not having any space.
Yeah.
But actually I didn't. I found that actually lifted my mood more and more the more I did it.
Yeah.
The initial kind of when it was absolutely raining cats and dogs and the initial thought of going out and doing stuffing that was horrendous. I just really thought I'm not going to enjoy this at all. But actually once you did it and everyone started laughing and, everyone, the whole team kind of got behind you and, smashed it.
Would you say that you've noticed any significant changes in your own mental health? I'm not saying that you had bad mental health problems prior to arriving, but have you noticed any changes internally inside you in terms of your sort of well-being and the way you feel?
I think the house and just the surroundings are just really calming. And, you know, the meditation, that was really, really good. And not many people sit there and look inside themselves, do they?
No.
So, like, it's I actually started crying at the end of that meditation. And it was just like, it's because I don't look inside myself. I just crack on and I don't sort of stop.
And it shows you that there's something there
Yeah.
to be hard for you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
if that's the case?
absolutely.
I didn't notice you were
Yeah.
crying. I didn't want to bring it up. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's obviously quite personal to you, but
Yeah.
it obviously worked, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Well, to a certain extent, it worked. I mean, I realise now what I've got more work to do on.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. Yeah, I've never really done meditation, so
Interesting.
yeah, it was good.
This
It was good.
quite a surprising element to camp that people don't expect to be exposed to.
Yeah,
And yeah, it can be really powerful. And I always say it's a key component of anyone's health and fitness game. Have you felt your mood, energy levels change, or any unusual positive aspects?
Yeah, I've been a nicer person.
Have you?
Yeah.
Christ alive, what were you like before you came?
Oh, grumpy. Like an emotional roller coaster. Definitely. I've not felt myself. There's been times when like I was unhappy, and it was only because I felt I couldn't do stuff, or I felt poorly because I was obviously on a sugar crash and whatever else. But apart from that, there's been I've not been, I don't know how to explain it. I've not been grumpy. I've not been for myself. I can't explain that. That's the best way, but I have been nicer. Not shouted at anybody. So it's been great.
Any tears?
Oh, I've had tears every day.
Have you cried every day?
Pretty much. Over different things. Some happy tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tears of pride now, having completed a whole week and experienced the roller coaster of boot camp.
Probably tomorrow.
Do you reckon?
I'm saying goodbye to people. Yeah.
yeah.
You do form some amazing relationships here. There's no surprise that to tell you that some people go on to develop lifelong friends from their experiences here, because you kind of suffer together and that bonds people.
Yeah, yeah. And also, like, everyone comes with a story, and you get to talk to people about the stuff that you don't really want to bother everyone with all the time. So, like, I spoke to a couple of people who had lost their dad. I spoke to I lost my husband, and I spoke to another person who had lost someone else. And it was just all about that grief and how it feels like you've had a limb chopped off, but you still have to continue. And yeah, just being able to talk to someone who understands what you've been through.
Yeah.
And how you continue. It's really, really useful.
It's amazing. There is no norm at boot camp. How could there be? You look at the group you've had there this week.
Yeah.
You've had people, their late 60s
Yeah.
to 17 years old, people that are fit as a fiddle, people that aren't, people that have really poor mobility, people that can do amazing yoga poses, people that have never trained, and people, it's just, there is no norm, and it's amazing to bring all those people together and just see how everyone seems to make it work.
Yeah.
And we see that week. So out of all the training you've done, what would you say your favourite session or sessions have been?
I actually really enjoyed the last challenge.
Did you?
Yeah, surprisingly. Yes.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good because I did things that I didn't think I could do. I was better at things that I didn't realise I was good at. So yeah, it gives you the confidence to obviously finish here and then start again at home and continue this.
Yeah.
On your own.
What about have you found the facility works at boot camp, the indoor training area? If you enjoyed
it was really
that?
good. Yeah, it's really good. Really, it's got everything you could ever need, and it's modern. It's better than most gyms.
What have you particularly enjoyed, Sam, session wise?
Well, I think the boxing, because I went into the boxing going, I'm going to hate this. It's just really repetitive and boring, and I don't really want to like punch people. But actually, I loved it.
Did you?
And it was so, you mixed everything up so well
that
you didn't get bored. you know, all the different combinations and including kicks and things as well. So it was really, really good.
It was a bit of an MMA session, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We had a little bit of groundwork and
absolutely,
you know,
yeah, it was brilliant.
a buzzing session actually.
Yeah.
I think there was 35 people.
Yeah.
All training, hitting pads. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
So how have you found because obviously you're here as a day in the life campus. How have you found having the camera there and being pulled out to talk about the experiences throughout the week?
The camera I've not even noticed.
Yeah.
I've just been so focused on what the task is that we've been doing, so I've really not noticed that at all.
Right.
And actually, because I feel so much happier, I haven't really been nervous about this either.
Oh, cool.
So it's been all right. Normally, I would feel really nervous about doing something like this, but yeah, not at all.
Cool. You've not struggled with that element, Sarah?
No, not really. Same as Sam, it's not. You don't really notice it. He's usually just milling around and, you know, getting in the way sometimes. But apart from that, it's not been that bad. I was scared as well, and I was really worried that I was going to make a fool of myself on camera or something like that. There was one moment when I was sobbing my heart out and the camera just appeared from the side.
I remember
and
that
come all the way
well. That
around.
was in the facility, wasn't it?
It was in the facility,
Yeah.
yeah. And I just looked at him and he just smirked and walked off, and it just changed the mood completely because you're just laughing then because it is funny. And I almost do want that in there because it's the truth and it's what happens.
Yeah, fair point.
Like, people cry.
They do.
Who knew I was a crier before this? I didn't.
But your husband did.
No, I'm quite mean.
She
Not
make him
anymore.
cry.
You're a really nice person.
Yeah. You heard this. So, right, before we wrap it up, what would you say you've taken from this week?
Certainly, lots of inspiration and ideas with the food.
Yeah.
I've realised I need to take a bit more time out for myself because I've got a very busy life, but I definitely need to make a bit more time for myself. And a bit more motivation, loads more motivation.
Cool. Sarah?
I'm taking loads with me. Just things eating. I don't need to eat crap all the time. I don't need to eat rubbish all the time. I don't need to sit at a desk and just eat aimlessly because I'm not hungry. I've not been hungry once this week. And I sit at my desk at work and I just eat and eat and eat and eat and eat just because I'm bored and there's nothing going on. There's no emails to sort. And also, I'm going to take some of this back to my husband who, although he's fit and healthy,
Yeah.
he needs to change as well. So it's going to be both of us at the same time. Obviously, I'll take back what I've learned so he can also use some of that stuff as well.
Cool. Interesting. And before we wrap it up, last question. Sam, would you come back?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely up for another week at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You crazy. You say that, and then when you come back, you're like, what have I done?
Yeah.
Oh, you've been great. Sarah, would you come back?
Yeah.
For a day here and there, maybe?
Yeah, a day and like 3 days of rest. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Well, you've both been a pleasure to train. And good luck with your results tomorrow, whatever, you're hoping you get, whether it's doesn't mean a lot to you. I always say don't fixate on the scales because there's so much more going on. You know, whether you lose £2 or 20, there's much more important things that have gone on this week, and it's what you continue to do when you leave.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks very much for all the help.
No
It's
worries.
been amazing. You've been a good trainer. It's been fun.
Yeah, but like not as harsh as Harriet.
Harriet was a beast, wasn't
brutal.
she? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Out of the
It's
two
like,
of you,
oh,
Harriet was the scarier.
Yeah.
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this.
You're going to have to work on it.
Craig's going to have to edit this bit out. Just say I was amazing before you go. Again.
You were amazing.
Thank you. Just reiterate that. Right, thanks very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.